Pay.Party.
All right. So yeah, I think can you guys see my screen? It's shared already.
Yep, I can see it. I can see it. Okay, perfect. By chance, do you have any Goerli ETH?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so if anyone in this call would also like to send in some Goerli ETH, that would be very nice of you to do.
While that's happening, I'm gonna go ahead and connect. Let's, let's jump right in.
Should be able to use Rinkeby, right? Or that's
Oh yeah, you could also use Rinkeby. I'm not sure if you sent all your Rinkeby ETH though.
oh,
Yeah, I probably used all of it. I mean, I sent a little back to me, but we've got nothing. Oh no, this is girly.
Yeah,
Rinkeby.
actually, we can just go ahead and do it on
Yeah,
Rinkeby.
but I think we got a little bit on Rinkeby.
Yeah, that should be great enough. Okay, Danny, I'll put you in this scenario. So let's say you're working on, or let's say you're leading this project or being like the pay coordinator about this project, and your team developed sort of, let's say your team developed Pay.Party. And now you want to sort of make sure that your team gets properly compensated for the contributions that they made. And so you'd like to sort of start this Pay.Party for your team and have people vote regarding the contributions they made and the importance they, I guess, provided to the team. So your task at hand now is to sort of create this Pay.Party and distribute the tokens to the people in this Pay.Party accordingly to how they voted. How does that sound?
Okay. Well, yeah, it makes sense definitely. So I'm gonna go ahead and see how I'm gonna try to achieve that with the app.
Yeah, let's
So
do it. And yeah, feel free to like talk about like what's going on in your mind if you're confused. Now, again, this is not like an examination of you, but more so this is the examination of the product. And so I just want to make sure that distinction is clear.
yeah, no problem. Well, first thing I'd like to do is switch this up to night mode because, well, this is the night. I like it dark. So, and I like that feature. It's pretty neat. So here we are, and I'm gonna call this Doggy Dog Party. All right, and I'm gonna create this party. So for all doggy. Okay, voters. Now, I'm thinking I'm gonna need to add some people here. So can I invite people to, is how does this really work? I'm going to have to uh, compile a list of voters and addresses to put in here because it's not readily available and it's not just something that
Yeah.
comes right out to me. So
Yep. So for this voters part, how about this? If you go to Tip Party, right, you can scroll up. Do you see that little under the import addresses? There's like a little icon, like a
y-
arrow, an arrow.
yeah, this looks like it looks like sign out.
Yeah.
That
That's actually great feedback. It's actually not sign out. It's so you can export the list of addresses either to a CSV or you can just copy it to your clipboard.
yeah, I'll
Yep.
probably go with copy, see what happens if I paste it. So everything is pasted here, but
Hmm.
you know, I'm just gonna go over to
Okay.
the next input, and it says enter candidates. Candidates. Really? What really does that mean? I'm thinking like candidates. I'm actually, what I thought I was gonna do was create a pay party for all of my team members. So the people who contributed to the pay party, and I guess that's everyone that happens to be the voters, right? So
Yep.
I'm just gonna go ahead and paste this. again. Right. So what happens now is I'm going to click continue.
Okay, interesting. So now what do you see?
I see a review where, what this is, and then this looks like two input, but I don't know what that means. I mean, why should I check it? I don't know. It looks like an input, but I click on it and nothing happens. And there's really nothing, and this confirm is disabled, so it means there's something wrong, but I don't know what it is.
Hmm.
Nothing's telling me what is wrong. But since I can go back, I'm just gonna go back and try to find out what is wrong. And basic form validation could help here. If it was something with the input and I didn't do it right, I should be able to it should let me know that this thing is not right. So I clicked on enter, and apparently this input gets populated properly with the addresses. But there was really no way for me to know that I had to click enter. I could have just typed or pasted it and moved on. So maybe there should be something that lets you know, hey, click on enter or press the enter key or whatever. You know.
Yeah, no, this is great feedback, and I agree with you there. But I'm glad that you were able to like click that back button and be able to edit it and see what was going wrong. Um, and that, yeah, but you know what? This is great. Keep going, man. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
doing.
so it looks like that little box that looked like a check box was actually the box to show you the addresses you've put in for the voters and the addresses for the candidates, so you can actually take a look at it and be sure they are what you wanted. And that's really cool. I like that. And so I'm going to go ahead and click confirm and sign this. And okay. So now I see a little pop up here and something above there. So I'm going to start with this. No, no, I should go up. I thought that was like a pop up, but it turns out it's the page, but it started here. So I'm thinking maybe this is what I need to look at. So I'm gonna go ahead and see what this tooltip says. Anyone can distribute at any time using their selected distribution strategy. Any ERC20 contract is supported. So, all right.
So
Okay.
so just to like get a little bit of insight in your mind and your thinking, um, because the page loaded you to the bottom, near the bottom where it said distribute funds, what was your first instinct to do after you saw that?
Well, the first thing to do was to, look at it, because honestly, I thought it was a modal or something, that like a pop up or something. So when I scrolled up and I realized there were more things up, I basically feel like I shouldn't really take any action until I know what everything says from the top down here, unless I already know what's at the top of the page. But right now I don't. And I mean, before I do anything here, what I would like to do is to know what's up there, since there's stuff I want to know what that means, before I
Yeah,
go ahead
totally.
and take any action down here. So I scroll back up, and it looks like it's just some information about the third party, the names there, signature, and the address, description, and I think the number of voters and how many people have voted, and remaining votes. I really don't know how this becomes 55. I just know that there are 55 votes remaining. So I'm guessing people would have to start voting now, or, you know, I'm just a little bit confused what's going on, but maybe I can click vote and see what happens.
Sure.
So
And before you sign this message, actually, yeah, tell me what you're thinking about, but don't sign that message. I don't think it
I,
actually
I,
looks
I
good.
can, I can, I don't think I can actually sign it. So, um,
So circling back to what you were talking about, like you thought this was a modal that popped up, like when you were talking about the distribute part.
yeah.
When you're viewing this, and let me put you in a scenario where you didn't realize, like, hey, that there was more information above. What was the most immediate action you would have taken? Like, what would the next step be for you?
Well, what it would be to choose the strategy of distribution, which, right now off the top of my head, I wouldn't really know what either of them is. I would basically just have to select one and I would, go with quadratic because I've always loved quadratic equations. Yeah, don't you?
Yeah, definitely.
So, so yeah, and then this basically should be the amount I'd like to distribute quadratically.
hmm
So
And
um, I'm
and
just
before you distribute, let's keep talking about it. Yep. Sorry, I just wanted to pause you there, but keep going, keep going.
so I don't really know what token I'm distributing. So there's a select a token optional. So maybe I could search it and yeah, so Ethereum comes up, but hey, let me see if I can catch something else. I'm trying to delete this by the way, and nothing, nothing is happening. So, uh, let's see, die. Okay, so right now, whatever I type in, what comes out here is Ethereum. So I'm just gonna select that, and now I know I'm distributing ETH, and so I'm just gonna not go for 10 because you know
Yeah, of course. My pockets aren't that deep.
yeah, that deep. No.
Okay.
So yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
so
So just before you distribute, though, I want to put you back into that scenario that we started with. Let's say you're leading a developer team for, let's say the app is Pay.Party itself, and you want people to sort of be compensated based off of their contributions, based off of how people vote for each other, right?
yeah.
So now that you're in that situation, what would your next steps be for to carry out this plan?
And yeah, the context is I don't know that there's anything above this modal, this part right here,
Okay,
because
so how about we remove that part of the context, and you know exactly what's going on in Pay.Party. You know that there's more information at the top and everything.
yeah. Well, honestly, I still would go ahead and just click on this because I'm assuming this is going to work according to the votes, which, should affect the score right here. Maybe if I click on this, it kind of increases the score. And I really don't know what the score means, but I'm assuming it's going to determine just how much each address on the pay party gets. So what I don't know is, oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and share this because I didn't notice this share here. So I'm gonna go ahead and share this to the team so they can, vote. And I guess that may have been the missing link to this.
Yep, I
What
think you.
what
Oh,
what in the world like is that? So copy. Is this the link? It looks like it's a whole bunch of addresses,
I
but
think
I'm
you're
gonna
right.
click that. Yeah, okay, so I think
I don't.
this this doesn't really work right now.
Yep,
Yeah, it doesn't actually copy. So I can just copy the link from the top here, I guess, and
yep.
paste it and have people go vote.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And by the way, I'm not sure if you noticed, but I think you turned your camera on. I'm not sure if that was intentional.
Absolutely not. I didn't know, but
Yep.
yeah, it's
Don't worry, it just happened. So
well, it's all right.
yeah.
So this is me.
Nice to meet you,
Yeah.
Danny. Nice to see you as
All
well.
right. It's cool.
Yep.
So
And by the way, just to confirm, I think Matt is recording this and putting this on YouTube. So if that's okay with you as well.
well, yeah, it's all right.
Okay. I mean, you could always turn your camera off. I was
Sure thing. I will. I will.
whatever you're comfortable with. I don't want to like put you in any box, you know. Um,
Yeah, but I'm good right now, so no
okay.
problem. I want to see some votes coming in.
Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. Let's do that. Let's do that. So everyone, the link.
So yeah, so that means I'm wondering like, uh, do I wait for the votes, or I would have liked something where if I go ahead and click distribute, it kind of just um, wait till the vote is done or something. But right now, it seems like I have to wait for the vote to get done, to get completed
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
clicking this. So
So
that's something I'm thinking about right now. Like, when do I get to click on distribute, and really what happens when I click vote?
So I think just for context and the purposes of this exercise, let's say let's wait until like maybe three people vote, and then you can go ahead and distribute. Um, yeah, and just for clarity's sake, you know what? Actually, I'll give us like a minute or two for us to go ahead and vote. Yeah. So let's just take like
Yeah,
5 seconds to a minute, and let's everyone just get our votes. The numbers don't matter. This game is alive.
yeah. So I'm still waiting, and it looks like nothing is happening right now.
Okay.
I don't know. Do I have to refresh the page or something? I mean, has anyone actually voted?
Yeah, I'm actually in the process of voting. But it is giving me some issues. I don't know if anyone else is also experiencing issues. I'm on the Gorley method. Oh, wait a second. Very interesting.
Yeah, I'm like putting in votes. Then when I press vote, it doesn't respond. It just goes back. And I
Yeah,
have like
same thing's happening to me.
saying
Yeah. So I'm still waiting, and it looks like nothing's happening. So I am still gonna keep chilling, and
Yeah. So Danny, try refreshing the page really quickly. Let's see if anyone was able to vote. Okay. In the meantime, I'll try voting on Rinkby because before I was trying to vote on Gorley. I don't think that should make a difference. But who knows? Let me just try it.
you do have to make sure your the network switch and your wallet network are the same. That's it.
Yeah. Right. It's an important note. Okay, I was able to vote on Rinkby, but not Gorley.
has anyone else been able to vote?
How about scroll up?
I can't actually see your vote. So you
I'm on
said you
Rinkeby.
voted already. So I'm gonna go ahead and refresh this one time and see if I see anything else. So I don't see anything there, and I just see that uh, someone has voted, and this 55 remaining votes, it's still the same. So
hmm
I don't know what that means, but looks
So I
like
think for context, I think when you created the room, you also included your address as a voter and a candidate, right? But more specifically, you included your address as a voter, so you have the option to now vote for people. So how about just let's pretend like you're like just a normal contributor and that you want to just like vote for people. Go
Yeah.
ahead and set the votes per person, and then go ahead and send that vote in.
All right. So I'm just gonna click in like a random crazy clicking bot. Click like can I is okay, so I can just skip I could just click as much as I like for anyone, it's not like a one vote for address kind of thing, this is
Yeah,
not a
no,
collective.
nope. Just vote as you wish. Uh,
Oh,
Votes don't
I'm
matter.
on I'm on Rinkeby and I couldn't vote, but I hit refresh and then I could vote in case anyone else is stuck.
Yeah, it seems I can't actually sign it, so I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna hit refresh and maybe I might just go with one vote for address and just be democratic and see if that's gonna let me do it. Let's see here. Scan sign.
How about this? Try using up all your votes, and let's see if that fixes the problem. But if not, then we can.
Oh, so that makes sense. That's what that 55 is,
Yep.
right?
Right. Exactly.
Oh, that makes sense now. Yeah.
So just to peek a little bit into your mind,
So
so you weren't sure
yeah,
exactly what that 55 votes meant.
I had absolutely no idea. It should be like your votes or something, your remaining votes, so the user knows that those votes are his to give. Just like remaining votes, it's kind of gives me the impression of this, voted, like, voted, and I'm seeing 3 out of 11, and then there's still 55 remaining votes. So how does that add up? You
Yep.
know,
Yeah. Great feedback, man. Great feedback. I know we are. Dog food season is about to end in maybe like I think what is it, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So no rush, but let's go ahead and vote, and then the next part would be to distribute. And let's see
yeah,
how this all works.
but I still can't do it. I still
Okay.
can't sign it.
You know what? I think this is great feedback regardless. How about instead of voting now, since we found that Danny, you weren't able to vote because of probably it's problems with Pay.Party itself. But of course, like this is why we do dog fooding, right? This is exactly why we do it. Um, so how about Danny? Now let's say people have voted, you're happy with the results, you want to go ahead and distribute, let's say Rinkiki. How would you go about
Yeah.
anything?
So I want to see just how much we can distribute. So we got that. And so it's quadratic. I would just basically type in the amount like so, and the token, I think it's always going to be ETH. So right now, and that's go ahead, click on distribute, wait for the confirmation to pop up, and boom. So I am expecting, you know, that has succeeded, but I am expecting something though. I mean, I want to see something like what I want to know is the result. Right now, I don't really know anything. All
Right.
I know is I shared the links. People have voted, and I didn't know when to stop. So I'm thinking I would have a timeline set for the voters. I would tell my team, hey guys, get in there. This voting window is for like 5 hours. And after 5 hours, I am going to distribute. And so the time is up, and I click distribute, and it would be cool if that were automated. Like maybe you could set the timer here on this, on this distribute um, interface. You could just set the
Mhm.
timer, like distribute at X time or distribute now. You just so you can just so everyone has the chance to get the voting in, and you don't have to manually monitor that thing. But at this time, I'm assuming everyone has voted. So I click distribute. It's successful and it's distributed. But I don't know. I don't really know what happened, right? I mean,
Right.
nothing else happened. I don't have where to go to check it or do anything. I can only go back.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, this is great feedback, and yeah, we'll take it into consideration, everything that you said here, because I agree with you. I'm not so sure where I would also find the Etherscan transaction link or anything related to that distribution. Does anyone else here want to step up and like talk more about that part? Who've thrown pay parties before, and who've yeah.
One question I have is like I remember when you were like scrolling up and down the page trying to look and understand everything. What were you like expecting to see as you were like moving around?
Well, I was looking to see some kind of guidance, I suppose, like little bits of labels explaining things, like you know just above an input you would see a label that says what that input was meant to do. And so I was scrolling around looking for something that would help me figure out what I'm trying to do, which at that point was okay, I'm trying to get my team members to vote and also to distribute the tokens according to the votes. And I got here and I didn't know that I had to share the link because nothing told me that. So I was basically roaming around until I saw this share party here. So uh, I guess I was actually looking for some guidance around the page to help me with what I wanted to do.
That makes sense. Like info tooltips or like instructions type.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, sweet.